Alexander.
Alexander, and spell that for me as well.
Aleksander.
And what's your last name?
Bayless.
Okay.
She was driving though.
Okay, so she was driving. Tell me a little bit about what happened. What time?
We were just driving 30 minutes ago and a tornado quickly ran through.
Okay, so you said it was a tornado?
Yep.
How do you know it was a tornado?
We saw it.
Okay, so you saw the tornado. What happened next?
Then something big started falling on us, and from that time we don't remember.
So when you say something big, you're talking about the semi.
Yeah.
So what do you remember about that semi coming?
It just fell through the roof of the car and started squeezing us, so we were counting seconds until it hits our head inside. But it didn't, so we ran to the trees. But then the trees got all destroyed there too.
Gotcha. So you're pretty sure this was definitely a tornado?
Oh yeah.
When you go back and look at your car, your SUV, what are your thoughts now when you look at it?
I got off lucky.
Yeah. Now tell me about your day. What did you do today?
Just Disney.
You went to Disney World?
Yep.
Show me your shirt there, because is that blood on your shirt?
Oh yeah, I didn't even see it.
Where are you injured?
I don't know, I just feel a little bit tired, you know?
Do you have any cuts or anything on you, on your arms or anything?
A little bit.
So you got a little bit of a cut on your arm there?
Yep.
I can't believe that's the only scratch you have after this.
Yeah, well, a couple on her.
So where is she injured? She's got some scratches on her legs there, down on her legs, they're all scratched up. What do you remember about? I know you don't speak real fluent English, but what do you remember? Okay. Ask her what she remembers.
Я ехала и почувствовала с его стороны пассажирского какой-то удар. Ну, до этого я видела штуки всякие
So
летали.
she just felt a hit.
Yeah. How frightening was this for you? For her?
Как страшно.
Страшно, как страшно.
Very frightening.
Я думала, что я не выйду.
Yeah,
уже.
we thought we were gonna be dead. She thought we were gonna be dead.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I don't know how we survived to that, because that fell right on us.
Yeah. So once that truck fell on you, how messed up was your car?
I mean, it's all in glass. We have little things of glass all over.
How much room was there for you up in that front compartment?
It was tighter because that ceiling went down.
Okay, we're going to need to move out of the way here because they're actually getting ready to tow this truck out of the way. For those of you just joining us, I'm 10 News reporter Bo Zimmer. We are on I-4 right near County Line Road, exit 25, and a massive semi-truck was overturned after a tornado came through this area. This is one of the most incredible tornado images I have seen in a very long time, and that is because this semi-truck, and I'm going to try to show you some better pictures of it, this semi-truck actually landed on an SUV. I'm going to hop over on the other side of this fence here real quick. Stand by. Just so I can give you a better vantage point. So we were just talking with this group of people that had gone to Disney World today, and they actually had this semi come down on top of their car. They said they didn't know what was landing on them. They saw the tornado. Let me show you this real quick because this is just absolutely unbelievable. Take a look. This is the Lexus SUV, and this is a U.S. mail truck that has landed on the front end of this SUV. Absolutely incredible. Steps Towing here is attempting to move this semi-truck, which is overturned. It was flipped over by this tornado, from what we understand. And look over here in the trees. I know it's really dark, but you can start to see some of the debris over in the trees. There are factories over on the other side of I-4, and a lot of that, I believe, likely came from that. And you could see the huge long line of cars off in the distance. I-4 completely backed up, heading from Orlando back over to Tampa. So this would be the the westbound lanes of I-4 heading towards Tampa, and just completely shut down at this hour as they work to remove this overturned I-4, this overturned semi-truck on I-4. It looks like it says U.S. Mail on the front of it. Completely unbelievable. And then to look I'm trying not to get too close, but to look at the front end of this vehicle that is completely smashed up. Look at how much of this, okay, so from this angle you can see a couple more inches over, this could have been much worse. And it says student driver on the back. I need to get to the bottom of what that means. You can see some more of the debris that was blown over by some of this tornadic, potentially what we understand to be tornadic activity. And you can also see, I don't know if it's too dark down here, but the fence, the barrier wall fence has been dislodged. I don't know if that's from the wind or actually probably from the truck now that I look at it, but the whole fence line down here that would normally be up here connected is completely down right now, all the way down quite a way to the end of this wall as Steps Towing works to try to get this semi-truck removed off of I-4. Not something you see every day.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
We kind of see it a lot. That's what we do out here.
Right. Is the semi-truck driver okay?
As far as I know, everybody's okay.
Yeah, the people in the car, I can't believe, I pulled up to see the car and they're right here, they're fine, but I was worried about the driver, so that had to be scary whichever vehicle you were in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, you know, when people survive out here, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta be real careful out here driving in these kind of conditions.
Yep. Have a good one. Stay safe. For those of you just joining us, this is 10 News reporter Bo Zimmer, and we are live on I-4 near Lakeland, Florida, where a semi-trailer carrying, we believe, U.S. mail was picked up and overturned by a tornado earlier this evening. It landed on top of some tourists from Illinois that were driving home from Disney and landed on the front end of their car. They are absolutely thankful to be alive because, as you can see, the front end of their car is underneath this overturned semi. They say they saw the tornado and then moments later something landed on top of their car and it turned out it was this semi-truck. So Steps Towing here working to try to get this semi-truck uprighted and then removed. They're going to tow it off. But quite the incredible scene here on I-4. That's the exit 25, which would be up ahead, County Line Road, which is kind of the, I guess that would be the west end of the Polk Parkway over in that direction. And now they are getting ready to lift. They're getting ready to lift this semi-truck up. And you can see from the impact of this crash, it actually took out some of the windows on the back end of this Lexus SUV. Again, the folks who were in that vehicle were heading back from Orlando. And here they go as they work to try to upright this semi-truck. Again, overturned by a tornado, we believe, here on I-4. The witnesses say they saw the tornado and then moments later something huge landed on the front of their car. It ended up being this semi-truck. You can see the Lexus SUV crushed here in the foreground. As hundreds and hundreds of motorists wait, stopped in standstill traffic on I-4. Some of them likely maybe heading back from the theme parks in Orlando. Others maybe just heading back home to Tampa, trying to get to 75, heading north or south. One of the other reasons we believe this likely was a tornado. You can see there's some debris over in the trees over across the street. We have a large piece of metal that is here. They've actually got 3 of these massive tow trucks working on this operation here. So they've got the one in the rear, they've got the one in the front. Now they're bringing a third one in on the middle of this truck, desperately trying to get this removed to resume normal traffic operations on I-4. I-4 at this time is completely shut down. There are no vehicles getting by in the westbound lanes heading from the Orlando and Lakeland area over towards Tampa, St. Pete. Julie watching from Fort Wayne, Indiana, welcome. We're having a rough weather night here in the Tampa, St. Pete area. We're actually in Polk County, Florida, in Lakeland, kind of in between Tampa and Orlando right now. This is the main I-4 interstate between Tampa and Orlando. This is the famous I-4 corridor. Obviously, very famous in the elections because you know, they look at this on determining how the state of Florida is going to fall in elections. And now we are beginning to lift this truck up off of the SUV. Let's watch. Unbelievable. They have the truck pretty much semi-uprighted now. There's actually a portion of the SUV's windshield stuck up to the top of the semi-truck, which looks like it has some major structural damage up there. Again, they're going to do whatever they have to do to get this out of here as quickly as possible, because the major interstate, the major east-west interstate here in Central Florida, is completely shut down in the westbound lanes. Hundreds and hundreds of cars waiting to get through this area. But the headline here tonight, everyone survived this unbelievably, as Steps Towing works to remove both the overturned semi-truck and the SUV out of the traffic lanes of I-4 after a tornado, we suspect, according to witnesses, blew this semi-truck up into the air, overturning it onto an SUV, causing this major crash. You can see the fence here. What are you going to do now in terms of your car's obviously not drivable? What are you guys going to do?
We got another Russian-speaking guy here that was in the accident, so he's going to help us out.
He's going to help you guys out. Okay, well, that's good. It says student driver on the back of the car. What does that mean?
Just my wife started driving a couple months ago.
So she's a new driver. She was driving, and a tornado knocks a semi-truck onto your car. That's something that most student drivers don't experience.
Yeah, we don't. And we have a couple of scratches, but nothing like too crazy.
You guys are so lucky.
Yeah. I took the video of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a video. That's
so let's take a look at this. So what is
Here's
this
the track.
now?
There's a track. You see? Hold on 1 second. That's a truck. And it was 1 second. You'll see it right here. Yeah, it's going here, right here.
Wow. Wow.
And all of a sudden, you can see the tornado here.
Wow.
And I stopped it and back up just a little bit.
That is unbelievable. So that's the situation here on I-4. We're waiting for I-4 to reopen. We're going to continue our coverage here. That's the latest. I'm Bo Zimmer, 10 News.